Hey guys, and welcome to another brand new video. In this video, we're going to be talking about Best Buy Restock, how basically the future Best Buy Restocks may be handled, a lot of speculation, stock in America, stock in Canada, and just a lot of random stuff. So this will be a little bit more of a talking slash speculation slash rumor slash everything type video. And for always for these types of videos, number one, I always do like it if you guys want to leave a like if you guys like this type of content. But also number two, I always like it when you guys leave your comments down below. I do like reading through all the comments, seeing your thoughts, hearing your opinions and everything. So this is the perfect time to go do it throughout the video if you guys would like to. As well, also on top of that too, if you guys are brand new, make sure you guys are subscribed, put on the notifications if you guys are still trying to get a PS5. We are also giving away a PS5 too as well, so make sure you guys are subscribed for that. All you have to do is go subscribe, pretty easy. On top of that, Twitter and Twitch stream, link down below if you guys ever want to go follow. Amazon link down below if you guys ever want to go and check and see. We've heard some Amazon news, so be able to go check that for the PS5 down below. On top of that, Weeble, you guys go deposit $100, you guys go get a bunch of free stocks, and also for Coinbase, you guys buy $100 worth of any cryptocurrency, you guys get free Bitcoin, all with the links down below. So for this video, I'm going to go and talk about a lot of different things I just mentioned. So for number one, Best Buy and Best Buy restocking stuff. In terms of all this, I think a lot of this will kind of tie together. So hear me on out. So if you guys didn't know, Best Buy actually had a somewhat biggish restock yesterday. That was for the Canadian region over there. And I actually saw this tweet over here, so definitely shout out to L Babins. I'll show his tweet on the actual screen itself. But I saw that, and I actually asked around a few different other Best Buy employees too as well that we've interacted with and met with. And they actually said that that stock seems about right for a very small drop, and that the American drops are also bigger as well. So we'll get to that throughout this video. We have a lot to talk about. But I want to go and discuss this numbers, and there's a lot of points in how this kind of maybe lead towards potential future American drops, future Best Buy drops, and actual overall stock for the almost pretty much the entire world. So when it comes to this one, I saw this tweet yesterday. Some stock numbers, so basically for them checking the API for the actual drop themselves. Some stock numbers, there was 7,500 discs for the PS5 and 1,200 digital at the point of that when they were actually making that posting. And at that point, they still had 1,944 discs. And that was within a very small period. So basically that stock was moving and zooming. And that was more so when a lot of people up on Twitter and people saw it, they tweet about it, etc. And then people were like, oh, hey, I can actually get this. So I think overall the stock was gone within around like 15 minutes. Digital even faster. I was awake for this. We were tweeting about this ourselves on Twitter. So a few things to kind of speculate and make comments on and why this actually is important in the first place. Number one, that means that Best Buy itself in Canada did actually go get stock, which is always nice for the Canadian boys. If any of you guys are Canadian, leave a comment down below. I know a lot of my audience is American. But number two, the fact that there's actually stock flowing. As you guys know, we've had a pretty dry past couple of weeks. As of the past few days that we have had a few casual drops in terms of Costco's, Anton Lines, a few other places, but nothing extremely major. Not like those restocks that are up for 30 minutes and everyone somehow gets a console, which I love those days. Those are some of my favorite days. But at least one nice thing for us to go and see is there is actual stock moving. This is good for us in America because everything's been really dry, but at least we are seeing major retailers, at least even if they're in a different region, actually getting stock, which is very good. Very, very good. On top of that too as well, that also might be nice things for the UK and other regions, because at least if Canada is getting stock, that means not only us in America are getting stock. Now, a lot of my audience is American, so I'm sure you guys are like, well, I want to get my console. It is always very nice too when other regions, India, Thailand, Japan, etc., all have a chance to go and actually get stock as well. So that's the big major thing that we want to go make a note of. Number one is that the stock is moving. Number two, I had to sneeze. I feel like I'm gonna get made fun of for that one. That was a weird sneeze. I was trying not to sneeze in the middle of the video. Stop if I scare anyone. Sorry. So the next point I kind of want to go make is that the stock numbers, and I would love to hear your thoughts on this especially. I thought this stock seemed so low. More so the digital. The disc is, it's okay, but in terms of all the overall people, especially with how many people live in Canada, that number seems so astronomically low, extremely low. Digital, like that just seems really low. The disc is okay, but the disc only had 1,200. And imagine how many millions of people live in Canada, let alone in America, that are all trying to go and focus on getting the digital console. And I feel like that's very, very interesting. From everything I've kind of seen, I even saw it on the Twitter thing as well, is that Sony does lose a lot of money on making the consoles. So I could see them trying to go get the extra money on the disc, because usually disc drives are very, very, cheaper. But still, I think the digital demand is really high. And when I first heard about the actual consoles too, I wanted to have a digital. I just saw how hard it was to get. I just went for the disc. But so that's actually really insane on how low the stock actually is. Now, I've asked other employees that, work at Best Buy, and they actually went and confirmed that the last Best Buy drop for them, in every store that they saw, at least just for their particular store, they had up to 35 to 40 consoles and bundles on the very easy offhand. And that's in terms of just what they actually had like very offhand available, so it's very easier throughout that day, essentially, for them. So if you go and factor that in on how many people for all of America, then that's like an astronomical higher number if you compare that for every Best Buy in America. Like, that's insane. So it looks like Canada had such a small drop in comparison. I would go and say a 10,000 console drop is still really big, but if we kind of, on our previous speculations back in the day when it came to Target, we were thinking had like 120 plus thousand consoles, like a lot of consoles, every place having over 25 major restocks. And a lot of you guys like the Target, so there's a little Target talk. I can put in the title now too, at least too as well. But when it comes to that stuff, I just think this drop was really low. And it does make me a little bit worried for future drops, because if Canada as an entire country for Best Buy is only getting around 9,000 total consoles, I think it's 8,700. That is very low, especially with how dry Canada has been recently for all the stock. But I will go and say, and I mentioned before, it is nice that stock is actually moving, especially for other regions, especially for us in America, because it's been so dry. But the stock I just keep on talking about is just so low. So I hope that any future drop, especially when it comes to Best Buy, Targets, really major spots, will have enough production from Sony to actually go and give us big drops. I want big drops. I think all of us collectively want more consoles so we can actually go and get them and just pick them on up, make scalpers go down too as well. Like, we just want to be able to have our consoles. That's why we're watching these videos. We want to go and get it. So that's another big point too as well. On top of that too, for future actual American restocks, you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, but when I actually saw the last Best Buy drop, I never actually had any anti-bot things. But when I was trying to actually go just click on the website link over here for Best Buy to kind of see how the Canadian Best Buy is different, I actually had a queue system linked on in for Best Buy. Now, I might just be like maybe old in the news or something, but when I tried to do the previous Best Buy drop about 2 weeks ago, I never had that. I never had that issue. I never had any of that stuff pop on. So at least for me, I think that might be a change up then for future Best Buys, where it might even be easier for all of us to go get more consoles. Now, once again, I may be wrong too, but when it comes to that is, I think if everyone has a chance to get the RNG, it kind of gives everyone that extra like 5-10 minutes or so to enter in on the queue system and have a chance to get their consoles. And especially for Best Buy, since at least in the last American drop for Best Buy, the stock was really high, which is good. So that would almost probably give us even a better chance to go and sit there and wait and actually get the consoles, especially because it was more so for your local area and you picked it on up in the store, a few weeks later. So I think that'll be a really good sign for all of us in America in the future to get better drops. But once again, it did seem really low for Canada, and I felt kind of bad because for a major retailer like Best Buy, only having 8,000 consoles, that is so low. I can even do a quick Google over here saying how many Best Buys are there in America, and kind of go and compare the numbers. So as of right now, Best Buy apparently has, it says 1,009. They also do the Pacific sales stores as well. So if you only had, let's say, 8,700 consoles divided by 1,010, let's just say for easy numbers, that would put the numbers down to only 8 consoles per store. If it's based in like America, that just seems so low. Now the numbers may vary. I was just doing really quick math. So that just kind of puts into perspective on some of the major drops, such as Target, when we were seeing like 25 plus consoles, or some of the other major regions such as Amazon. And that's why I was telling you guys to check Amazon, because whenever you have the random drop for Amazon or warehouse sales, they sometimes have larger stock. That's why I was linking down below for you guys to check. But that just seems like such a low stock. Like, it really does. 8 consoles, plus if you factor in bots, plus you factor in scalpers, and plus you factor in people who maybe want to buy some for like 2 kids, or like they have an uncle and a kid, or whatever. Like they want to go get their brother one. It does kind of add on up, and it makes the stock a lot lower. It really is. So overall, it is kind of interesting to go and see the Best Buy restocking information, to kind of go and see if the numbers are true, which once again, I did reach out to some Best Buy people, and it seemed like, at least based on how they would expect for Canada, it did seem kind of true. For America, they'd expect more. But also, especially because there's also with the Xbox Series X as well. I want to go talk about that really quick for the video. When it comes to the Xbox too, I'd imagine the Xbox stock would be even lower in comparison too, because I know that the Xbox has also been having production issues as well. So if you also factor in on that too as well for all of Best Buy, that is just not good. I just feel like the stock for Best Buy, especially in Canada, is just so low for this drop. Now, if you guys also remember for the last drop, the Xbox was actually up for a pretty long time here in America. And of course, I think like this for the joke of everything, the Xbox Series X like literally never sold out. I think the Xbox Series X or S was up for like an hour and a half or something for Canada. I don't know what it is about the Series S, but literally no one wants the Series S. I don't even want the Series S, and I'm like a restock guy. I don't even want it. I guess like for a little late night comment, or like it's late in the video comment, if any of you guys want, leave a comment down below if you guys even got the Series S or whatever. I have not seen a single person even tweet about it or tweet at me that they got one, so just fine. But anyway, in terms of the Xbox Series X, it does also seem like the stock was also very low in Best Buy. So at least one nice positive note for all this is us in America, we actually have a very nice big stock. Almost every drop from Walmart, Target, Best Buy, etc. has been very big. At least probably over 50,000 consoles. So in comparison to say that for Canada that only hit 8,000, that's kind of sad. It also kind of shows that Sony really did prefer the Western markets for a long time. We were very spoiled. Now with all the other regions, that's why we're still a bit worried when it comes to the tariff talk, when it comes to the other regions getting stock, India and Thailand getting their pre-orders in, them trying to go and focus on Japan. All of this especially is all really, really scary for all of us. I think you guys would all probably agree. But the one scary thing too is on the fact that Canada had such a low stock. I feel really bad for all the Canadian people watching. So that's kind of my thoughts. I think for the next major restock, I think a lot of major places such as Best Buy and Target and all them are probably going to try not to do what Canada did. And try to go build up bigger stock. And we've kind of been seeing that a little bit on all of our Target videos where Target's just been getting so much stock in general. But I think overall, I think a lot more of these major places such as Best Buy are waiting. They're waiting for Sony to give them stock. They're trying to get more bundles. They're trying to go build up the inventory. So on all these next major drops, they have a lot of stock available for everyone to finally go get their consoles, the PS5s or Xboxes. I am also so surprised too on how low the digital stock is. That would maybe put the digital stock around maybe like 5,000 to 8,000 or so, really roughly, in terms of any American drops too. So if you guys are still trying to get the PS5 digital, it might make things a little bit harder still. So overall, I think it's very interesting news. So shout out definitely over here to L Babins. I have no idea how to say his name still, but for all that information, if it's true, like I said, I did reach out to some Best Buy people that did kind of confirm it. It's very intriguing that Best Buy may be adding more anti-bot stuff on the website. It's intriguing that other regions are finally actually getting stock as well, in terms of them actually moving to different regions and getting stock. So that might be good for all the UK boys and also more for Canadian boys, as well for the American boys like us, because we're already seeing that stock is moving, especially with how dry everything has been. And also on top of that too as well, it's very interesting just to see how other regions do it, how the restocks may affect us, and how other the major retailers such as Best Buy, Walmart, and Target are probably just more so saving up stock to not have an instantly sell out thing, because even this was sold out very quick for Best Buy. It also kind of shows too that the demand is still very high for these consoles, which is very, very insane. So I do want to say, I guess we did kind of go and kind of ramble and talk about a lot of this stuff. I tried to give you guys the warning at the start of the video. So if any of you guys did go enjoy any of this content, of course, leave a like or leave your comments down below. We did kind of touch on the 3 or 4 major subjects. So if you guys would like to go and touch on any of them, or your speculations, or when you guys think the next major drops will happen, any of that stuff, I would love for you guys to go leave your comments down below. As I mentioned, I do read almost every comment here. On top of that, we made an Amazon video earlier on today. If you guys want to watch that, and we'll probably have a lot of different videos all throughout today too as well. So thank you guys all for watching. Thank you guys all for chilling and all that good stuff. I always like these types of videos more because I get to kind of ramble and talk more, and I love talking, and I love these types of speculations. So let me know if you guys like it. As always, guys, the Amazon link is linked down below, so make sure you guys go and check that on out if you guys would like. More so because we did have some warehouse sale news and accessory news and maybe new consoles soon, TM. So always linked down below for you guys to go check the PS5. Twitter and Twitch stream, both always linked down below too as well. Twitter, I'll just kind of tweet about every stuff. I do try to also tweet out restocks if I hear them, but I do everything on Twitter. My Twitch stream, I just talk about games and play games. Weeble, we have, if you guys deposit $100 and you guys verify your account, you guys get up by at least like $25 in free stocks. You can literally just go and sell it the second it's all done and just get free money. And then Coinbase, if you guys use the link down below, you guys basically have a chance to go and get free Bitcoin if you guys buy stuff. And also, we are giving away the PS5, as well as also just subscribe if you guys are curious on restock news or PlayStation videos or anything of the sort. I would always love to have you guys up in the channel as well. So hopefully the next major drops are going to be big. Hopefully Target, Best Buy, and all of them are going to be huge. Very interesting to kind of go and see the amount of stock available for Best Buy and all that stuff as well. Just thank you guys all so much for watching. Hopefully we'll have some more big drops soon, especially because today's Friday. I always keep on hearing rumors and everything, so there's probably a lot of stuff going on. And if not, the weekends are usually more dry too as well. So I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. Thank you guys all so much for watching, hanging out, chilling, and everything. I'll see you guys later on for more videos, especially, and watch all the videos from last night or earlier on today if you guys would like to as well. So thank you guys all for watching. I appreciate you guys all for everything, and you guys all are the best.